IWF World Cup is about to arrive this April, and all your favorite weightlifters will have to be in the shape of their lives. As mentioned in the previous video linked down below, the World Cup will be the most intense weightlifting event of the year. In this video, we will be reviewing the total entries posted so far. Unless there is something to note in the non-Olympic categories, we will be discussing the men's Olympic categories, the 61 kilo, 73 kilo, 89 kilo, 102 kilo, and the 109 plus. Disclaimer, I am using preliminary entry data, not final entry data, so some of this may be subject to change. There's a lot of videos that are old. It's really hard to find good footage on some lifters if you're not the top 5 of your weight class. Thank you ATG, Weightlifting House, HookGrip, Torokhity Media, and others for the footage I do have. Obviously, there's a lot of other things I could add, like more context and additional information on other lifters, as there's just so many lifters competing at the Cup. Note, this is my opinion. If you have any other opinions, please let me know in the comments below. Lastly, I am an American. I speak American. And if I pronounce the name wrong, I'm sorry. Lifters in the 61 kilo class will most likely need to post a mid 290 total in order to rank in the top 10 and qualify for the Olympics, and put in a 300 kilo total in order to be in medal contention at the event, as well as the Olympics. Only 2 lifters so far are able to lift in the 310s, Chen Lijun and the highest ranked Li Fabin. Both Chen Lijun and Li Fabin are from China, so only one of them can go. Chen Lijun being the 67 kilo gold medalist at Tokyo, while Li Fabin being the 61 kilo gold medalist at Tokyo, both hold world records in their respective weight classes. Chen Lijun is making a weight cut in order to qualify, and while Chen did not beat Li Fabin's 314 total at the Asian Championships last year, this is his last attempt to try and to beat Li Fabin's total. Note, the world record total is 318 kilos. Outside of that, there are a couple of people who have posted 300 kilo totals, with only one of them, Sergio Masita, being the only one to have actually achieved a 300 kilo total within the qualifying period. He took silver at Worlds last year. Arle Calderon from Cuba is currently ranked 11th with a 291 kilo total, while Akhkamjan Ergashev, the former 67 kilo Uzbek, is currently ranked 14th with a 286 kilo total. John Siniza from the Philippines is currently ranked 6th with a 298 total, so there's a good chance he will actually hit the mark, unlike the other two. Outside of North Korea being North Korea, there are a couple of battles going on to be aware of. The first being Eko Erwin, the silver medalist at Tokyo, and his fellow Indonesian Rico Saputra both rank in the top 10, but Eko holds a slight lead by 2 kilos. This is particularly important as one of them will very likely medal at the Olympics. Also, Eko is currently 34. If he isn't able to go to the Olympics this year, he will probably be forced to retire. The other is the Vietnamese. Van Vintren is currently ranked 10th, while his main rival, Tran An Ton, is currently ranked a couple spots below him. Van currently leads by 2 kilos, but will be forced to make even higher attempts in order to just qualify for the Olympics. Last to note is the Bulgarians. Currently, Ivan Dimov is ranked 9th with a 293 kilo total, though his fellow countryman Angel Rusev, the current 55 kilo lifter, is moving up in weight class. While Angel Rusev's best total so far was 258 kilos, it still stands how he's going to get an almost 40 kilo higher total as he has posted a 295 kilo total. Gabriel Marinov, also a 61 kilo lifter from Bulgaria and European champion at this year's Euros, is competing, and his best total so far is 283 kilos, and he currently ranks 22nd in the world. Another thing to note to close out this class is Hampton Morris. As this will become apparent, Team USA posted their max lifts in competition. He currently ranks 7th and will probably want to improve his total to ensure his spot at the Olympics. He also may want to take a stab at the junior world record clean and jerk of 173 kilos, in which his previous attempts at Europeans this year was called the press out. The most important thing you have to understand about the 73 kilo weight class is Zhiyong. She won gold at the Olympics in Tokyo and Rio and holds the current snatch and total world record. Unfortunately, due to what I believe is a back injury, he was until recently out of competition. Although meanwhile, another lifter from Indonesia began to catch up. Rahmat Erwin Abdullah is currently ranked first after breaking Xi's clean and jerk record 4 times at this point, bringing the record up to 204 kilos, 6 kilos higher than she's ever posted internationally. At this year's Asian Champs, he was able to achieve a 363 kilo total, 1 kilo shy of she's total world record. She is currently ranked 7th and needs to put up a huge total in order to beat Rahmat and ensure that Team China selects him. He will most likely need to break his world record total if he wants to go to the Olympics and be selected by China. This is not to forget Rizky Janancia, the other Indonesian 73 kilo lifter, who, if it weren't for Rahmat, would be all but certain to go to the Olympics and potentially take gold. After having an appendectomy in September last year, he has finally returned to the platform at the Asian Championships this year, only to lose to Rahmat, but at the same time placed himself as the number 2 ranked 73 kilo lifter in the world with a 353 kilo total. With him having more time to recover, he may be a thorn in Rahmat's armor. Rizky will need to total the current world record, or likely higher, in order to qualify for the Olympics. Expect a high 330 kilo to even low 340 kilo total to get you into the Olympics, with a low to high 350 total to place on the podium at this event. Some lifters have entered a high total, like David Lopez Sanchez, the Spaniard who put in a 347 kilo total, 12 kilos above his qualifying total so far. He's currently ranked 8th, so he will be looking to improve his overall total. Be on the lookout for Mirko Zani from Italy, Julio Mora from Venezuela, as well as Luis Mascara from Colombia, all medalists in the Tokyo Olympics, who are currently ranked low or not even in the top 10, who are trying to make a higher total. There's a Korean battle between Lee Sang and Bakjo, who is currently the 6th highest ranked 73 kilogram lifter with a 340 kilo total. Lee Sang is a 67 kilo lifter who is moving up a weight class and has been posting 190 kilo clean and jerk and 152 kilo snatches on his Instagram. With more time for Lee Sang to move up in weight class, he may be a threat to both Bakjo and other 73 kilo lifters. On a side note, the current world champ of the 81 kilo class, lifter Oscar Reyes Martinez of Italy, is competing against the North Korean Ri Chang-sung, who has out-totaled him and matched the world record clean and jerk. Ri Chang-sung is most likely going to try to break Rahmat's 209 kilo clean and jerk world record. This is by far the most competitive category in the IWF right now. The chances that the world records for this category get broken are extremely high. Lifters are going to need a mid to high 370, maybe even up to a low 380 total in order to make it into the Olympics, with a 390 total most likely required to get a medal at the event. And there's a decent chance we may even see a 400 kilo total made by one or more players. To start, both Santiago Rodegas and Jason Lopez are aiming for a 390 kilo total. Rodegas was the frontrunner, ranking 7th with a 381 kilo total until Jason Lopez shocked everyone, tying the snatch world record and being the 3rd person to total 390 at the Grand Prix in Doha last year. If Rodegas out-totals Lopez, it puts him in a good spot to take gold at the Olympics. They will most likely need to snatch and clean and jerk at or above the world record in order to get ahead of each other. Bodhi Centavi and Alex Bellamar from Canada are having a battle to determine who goes to the Olympics. Bodhi currently ranks 9th and leads Bellamar by 15 kilos. Both have put in a 375 kilo total. though it's more likely Bodhi will win as his best qualifying total is still 12 kilos higher than Bellemar's personal best. Outside of that, there are currently a couple of entries to note. Romain Indushan, the French lifter, has put in a total of 380 kilos, 11 kilos higher than his current qualifying total. He is going to need to aim big as he currently sits in 13th place. Also note, if he doesn't get the total, which is quite likely, he may get into the Olympics anyway, as France can use one of their 4 spots that are given to them by being the hosting nation. Overall, as we'll discuss, France is pushing their French lifters to put up big totals so they can have the most lifters at the Olympics, a plan that may backfire. Lehao Pent from Estonia has also put up a significant total of 380 kilos. He currently has posted a 323 kilo total, a far cry from this posted total. I can't find much information about him, unfortunately, but his Instagram says his best lifts are a 162 kilo snatch and a 200 kilo clean and jerk, a far cry from a 380 kilo total. So unless he's ramping up steroid use or hiding something from us, he is probably not going to hit his mark. If you noticed, Carlos Nassar, the Bulgarian, has only put in a 370 kilo total, a far cry from his 395 at one point world record total. He is most likely decided to peak for Europeans, which was held in his home country, Bulgaria, and will not be peaking at the World Cup, opting instead to peak at the Olympics. There isn't really a chance he doesn't go to the Olympics at this point, so he doesn't have to worry. He most likely will try to aim for a 400 kilo total at the Olympics. I would not be surprised if he just weighs in at the World Cup. Overall, what may be the most popular battle of this weight category is between Chinese team members Tian Tao and Li Dayin. After a disappointing battle at Worlds where Tian bombed out, this is their last opportunity to make a total, and a total they will both need. Li Dayin currently holds the total and snatch world record, but with the talent as previously discussed, that may not be enough in order to ensure him a spot at the Olympics. While he is the best 89 kilo lifter out right now, he isn't the most dominant Chinese lifter. And China would not want to send a lifter to a potentially risky match. With the 89 kilo category being the most competitive, it seems they may pass on him unless he shows his dominance and breaks the world record again. This is even more complicated by his arguably more popular team member Tian Tao. Tian Tao, famous for missing lifts and making world records, needs a world record total in order to qualify and beat Li Dayin. While he has beaten Li in the clean and jerk last year, breaking the world record with a 222 kilo clean and jerk, he has also managed to tie the snatch world record at the Asian Games last year. This puts him at a total of 402 kilos. If he can make these together at one event, he will overtake everyone and set a 6 kilo total world record. This is even more uncertain when you know that Tian Tao has been recovering from a shoulder surgery. This is his last opportunity to beat Li Dayin. He needs to break the world record in order to qualify. And if he doesn't manage to beat Li Dayin's total, it's pretty much the end of his career. If there's any weightlifting event you need to watch this year, this is the one you need to watch. After a dramatic weight gain, China's Li Hanhua, also known as Giga Chad, went from the competitive 89 kilo class to the 102 kilo class, becoming the number 1 ranked 102 kilo lifter. After the Asian Games, where he put up an unofficial 418 kilo total, it seemed like no one could beat him. Though after the Grand Prix in Doha, it may seem as though there are people who can do so. To qualify for the Olympics, lifters in the 102 kilo class need to put up a low to mid 390 total, with the 400 kilo total being required to medal at the event. There are a couple people to note, with 2 gold medalists and 1 world record holder competing. Both Meso Wasona from Qatar, as well as Akbar Drive from Uzbekistan, have come to the 102 kilo category, both entering in 400 kilo totals. Meso, the gold medalist from the 96 kilo category in Tokyo, as well as Akbar, the gold medalist from the 109 kilo category, both have totaled above or at 400 kilos in the past, so it shouldn't be surprised they can do it again, though I wouldn't expect Meso to compete when he doesn't need to do so, so he may just weigh in. Lesman Paredes, the Colombian, now Bahrain lifter who set the 96 kilo snatch world record at 187 kilos, has also moved up to the 102s. But at the time of rating, he has not yet competed as a 102 due to an injury. He currently ranks 5th with a 397 kilo total he put up as a 96 kilo lifter in 2022 Worlds. He has not competed since then, so it'll be interesting to see how he fares or even if he competes. Ayman Bacha of Tunisia is also a former 109 kilo lifter, has entered a massive 402 kilo total. This is very interesting because at the Olympics in Tokyo, he took 9th place with a 388 kilo total. He totaled 386 kilos as a 109 at Worlds last year, so it'll be interesting to see how he manages to come close to his entered total. Outside of that, there are two major battles to look at. The first is the Armenians, Garrick Karapatyan versus Samvel Gasparyan. Garrick, the 102 kilo junior world record holder in the snatch, and Samvel, the former 109 kilo lifter and bronze medalist at 2022 Worlds in the 102 kilo class. Samvel leads Garrick by 2 kilos and is currently ranked 7th overall. The second is a Korean battle between Jang Young-hak and Jin Yun-sung. Jang is the 4th highest ranked 102 kilo lifter with a 399 kilo total. Jin trails him by only a kilo. Depending upon the shape Akbar, Lesman, and the other lifters manage to put up, we could see a Korean taking bronze this year at Paris. While China will most likely send Gigachad to the Olympics, Gigachad will most likely want to post a higher total if he wants to ensure his spot, so expect that. We already know a lot about this, and there really isn't much that is going to change. Overall, Lasha is the strongest weightlifter in history, though ever since his injury, he has become less dominant. After skipping out on Europeans this year, he may just decide to weigh in at the World Cup. Gore is the second strongest snatcher in history after Lasha, but I wouldn't expect him to try and attempt 220 kilos again until the Olympics. Look out to see if Simon Martirosyan is able to out-total his higher-ranked Armenian teammate Verstan Lalian. Whoever wins will most likely take silver or bronze at the Olympics. Expect a low 420 kilo total to get you a spot at the Olympics, with anybody totaling over 440 to be in medal contention. In conclusion, expect all this and more at the World Cup this March 31st through April 11th. Be sure to stick around to find out more about your favorite lifters. Thank you and have a great day.